Iran loves to posture and make headlines before big events, so I don't think this is a coincidence at all that this announcement is coming a day before Washington and its allies are scheduled to hold talks again with Iran about its nuclear program. But the news coming out of Iran today is that they have produced yellowcake, according to state media. This is uranium concentrate powder, and it's that yellowcake that can be turned into a highly enriched uranium that can then be used to fuel nuclear power plants that generate electricity. If you're able to enrich it to levels of 90%, then you can use it to build nuclear bombs. The ability to make yellowcake is an important process in producing nuclear energy, which is what Iran says it's doing. Now, if indeed this is true, it's significant because up until now they couldn't produce yellowcake on their own. They had to import it from other countries. And obviously, because of the sanctions and all the pressure on Iran, it was very tough for them, and it's going to be very tough for them to get access to yellowcake. But if they produce their own yellowcake, which they say they can now, they're not going to be dependent on other countries, and it is a major step towards producing enriched uranium themselves, Asiya.
So does this make bargaining with Iran from a Western perspective, from a Western standpoint, more difficult, perhaps?
Well, I think that's Iran's intentions. Again, I don't think this is a coincidence that they made this announcement the day before the talks. They want to make this announcement because it wants to send out a message to Washington and its allies that it's not negotiating from a position of weakness, that despite all the sanctions and the outside pressure, it is making progress with what it calls a peaceful nuclear program designed to generate electricity. Now, of course, Washington and its allies are convinced that Iran is after nuclear bombs. They don't want Iran to enrich uranium. Iran says it's their right, and that's why we're in an impasse, and we've been there for a long, long time, Asiya.